tiny, adorable Nimbus. Super cute, super blah blah. You know the drill. Also, you should by now. Or maybe not, I don't know. Maybe it's your first time seeing me. If so, welcome. If not, you should definitely know the drill by now. So, we're trying to figure out who this body is. Everyone else seems to think it's probably Kyoko. But it's obviously not because Kyoko's got great hair. So, let's have a chat to everyone before we start investigating the area and figuring out what went down. So, who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. All right. No worries, dear. Listen, Makoto, do you remember how the body looked, you know, before it blew up? If I remember right, it was wearing a Nacho Libre mask and a white cloak. Yeah, wear a mask and a white cloak. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody, but for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Wow, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better too. So, thank you too? Body before the explosion. Yay. She's like, oh my god, thank you for telling me how dead bodies look. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. Why? Tell me why. Alright, what do you want? What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words...
I'd like to hear your alibi. I was half dead in my bedroom. Alibi?
In other words...
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious this murder took place after nighttime? How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, considering the fact that I saw him the other day planting some suspicious green herbs, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words...
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's room to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
That's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well.
What?
But you never came to the door, so where precisely were you? Telling the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so it's hardly an alibi. I know. So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi because I somehow got sick in a quarantine zone and no one saw me last night. Really bad. That's really bad. Shit. All right. It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and?
For serious?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found? Huh? Should look back at what did this morning? What did I this morning? English? To help me remember when was that? Oh my god, my English is not working. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to get the pickaxe and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? It was 9, wasn't it? Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. That's right, it had to have been right around 9 o'clock.
You know?
And now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m, okay? My job's done. That's a pretty small job, but, like, at least he did something, so Good for you, my guy. Let's pick up this knife. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this, sweetie? It's obviously the knife that was in the body and the knife that was taken from your room. Jesus. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Wait, is this? Honey, it's obviously the goddamn knife that was in your room. The knife that person was holding. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Also, what's with the Nacho Libre mask, my guy? Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab the same masked attacker we found here? So maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife and maybe then Sweetie, I don't think in any universe you could have been strong enough to do that. I'm just gonna say, not only were you sick and out of your mind, but like in general, you are a tiny person. So I don't think you could have really done that much damage. And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. Can't be. There's no way. Sweetie, you are too small to do anything. I'm just going to put it out there. Even in your delusional state, there's no way. A mouse would do more damage. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Dude, the hair is brown, and also she didn't have a tattoo on her hand. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, dude, that's a wolf tattoo. That's weird. These are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they'd get in the way of normal activities. Yeah, Kyoko didn't have fake red nails. Like, she didn't. That's just silly. And she didn't have a wolf tattoo on her hand. And there's something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? Got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. Tattoo of a doge. It's a doge tattoo. Dude, is that water around her? Why is there water around her? Can I look at the shoes? The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? Yeah, but couldn't we just look at her boots and see if it's something that, like, Kyoko would wear? Like, I don't know. The lower half of the body didn't get wet. But seriously, couldn't we just lift it up a little bit just to see what the shoes are? I'm sure we'd remember what shoes she wore, like, actually. Alright, what's this? The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet because I poured a bucket of water on her. That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Exploded body analysis has been added to the truth bullets. Maybe? Like, I don't know. I don't know. The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. Okay, well, I think that's everything here. Step away from the dead body? Yes, I think that's that. What's it then? Oh, the mask. No! Fragments. These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure what it is. Well, isn't that a fragment of the mask she was wearing? I feel like I've seen something like it before, but where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. Was it where? Fragments near the dead body. Was it where? Where is it? Oh god, I'm gonna have to... Oh, where is it from? I don't know where. Alright, maybe I can ask the chickens. This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're that to turn on... Wait a minute. If this body was found at 9 a.m... Well, the sprinklers would have gone off at 7:30 a.m. Shouldn't the entire body be soaking wet? If it was like here, if the body was just laying here, wouldn't it be completely wet? Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place after 7:30. Interesting. Let's check on the chickens. I remember there were some chickens in the chicken coop. There's only 4 chickens. But there used to be 5 chickens.
Yo!
What's going on, Makoto? I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there were like 5. Yeah, right?
Huh?
What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens in here now. We're one short. What? Oh no. That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared.
But...
I was down here just before nighttime last night. There were like definitely 5 chickens then.
What?
What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? What happened to the chicken? Where did the chicken go? Oh my god! But like, actually, maybe I should go in here and see if anyone touched anything. Go into the tool shed. This room is dusty and there's something on the floor there. I can see it. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, it's pretty stereotypical. Is this a trap? Oh, is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. There was not. If there was a tarp, it wasn't here on the floor last time. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime. But the underside, it's totally clean and completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. And the tarp has been added to the truth bullets. Maybe someone... Like, maybe the murder happened somewhere else, and so they put the body on the tarp and then dragged the tarp to the garden or something. I don't know. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Is there anything else in here that looks like it could be potentially weird or something? I don't know. That's something carved into the handle of this pickaxe. Crazy diamond. It's the same thing that was written on the back of Mondo's coat. This pickaxe is connected to Mondo somehow. It's definitely intriguing, but now it's not the time to worry about it because there's a murder. There is a murder, and we have to figure out the murder. I think I've checked everywhere I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check, specifically that fragment I found before. Where is that from? I don't recognize it. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. And I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true... Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room...
It's all clear now.
All right, Byakuya has it. I totally forgot.
Just give up.
Can I ask Byakuya to give me the key to her room? I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Hey, buddy, could you give me Kyoko's room key? If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial. No, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you or I may not. To be fair, if it turns out Makoto isn't the murderer and you vote for him and we all die, that's like your fault. You'd think you'd want to be careful, but like whatever, asshole. Come back later, huh? Okay, then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. Do you want to help elaborate where that one area could possibly be? God damn it. Does the map tell me? Because I would love it if something or someone would tell me where to go. The gym? Where is this? What is this? It's a gym. Can I go here? Yeah, I can. I'm going to the gym. Gonna work out. Gonna get swole. No, not really. I'm just here for some reason. I don't know why. Why am I here? I don't know. There was something here that I had to look at, right? Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
Oh, the bomb. Oh. I just found something. What is it? It's the bomb.
Huh?
So that's what that piece is. The bomb piece. That's weird. Didn't look like a bomb piece. It looked like something else.
What?
But whatever. And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden. I guess they're part of the bomb? They don't look like it. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is to somehow convince Byakuya to not be a dick. Alright. That's gonna be really hard. That's probably gonna be the hardest thing to have to deal with today. And that's saying something considering dead bodies. We're all gonna die. Let's go. Byakuya, can you stop being a prick for 5 seconds and help me? You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. But wait for me. Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him like the little bitch I was. God damn it, Makoto, why? Why are you like this, Makoto? It's because you're small, isn't it? Alright, I'm here. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then... And it's open. Looks like it, thanks. I'm gonna go in here now. If you hear a scream, it's probably me. Okay, well, you know, this is normal. So this is Kyoko's room. It's pretty bare, I'm not gonna lie. There's like nothing here, except that thing over there. Byakuya.
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help us understand
Come
Kyoko.
on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? Don't apologize. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us some sort of direction here? More concrete. Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheet?
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets, what could it be? Maybe it's under her sheets! Oh my god, he's lucky he's cute. What's this? There's something on the table. It's a wood block decoration?
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. Doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing anything with other people, to be fair.
It's certainly possible.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The dojo? Alright, guess we're going to the dojo after this. But before we do that, we should look under the sheet! Here's the bathroom. She might have certain articles hanging out to dry. I'd better not look inside. Oh, God, you're such a whiny little thing. But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. What's this? Class 78 student registry? Mukuro Ikusaba?
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. I've got the hiccups. Yeah, looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you it was a key. That's it. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and that is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. Made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. What's it say? Mukuro Ikusaba, female, the ultimate soldier? Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. Okay. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she had her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Well, if she joined something called Fenrir, which I'm sure people realize that Fenrir is an ancient Greek kind of wolf creature. Not Greek, Norse. It's like Viking, Fenrir. Wolf, giant wolf. So, you know, that would explain the wolf tattoo on the hand of the dead body. So, you know, just saying. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person, but then...
I see.
Never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it!
Oh, well, I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero. Oh, it's you.
What?
What have you got in your pretty little hands there?
What?
Oh, you found her profile? So what if we did?
Hey! Come on
freak
now!
Don't freak out on me. I'm not going to hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rules against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Myth Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivores, you know.
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as a school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course!
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is now, can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hallway back then, there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. A misunderstanding? Are you serious?
in other words,
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you.
yes, indeed.
The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16? Then
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
okay. The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba, she's part of this school life? So the one making all the regulations is...
Why?
Why?
Huh?
Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because... like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know.
Yes, indeed.
Makes sense?
Well now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kitty Giddy, so I can share a little secret with you. Seriously?
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? Okay, now that's all you get. She wore gloves? Oh shit. I probably should have been paying more attention to everyone while I was playing this game. Ugh. I didn't even realize, like, actually, for real, I pay more attention to the bathrooms in this game than the people. What does it say about me? Well, actually, there's, yeah, bathrooms are important. I like, if you need to go, but also you don't need like 20 different bathrooms on one goddamn level. For real, holy shit. Anyway, the important thing is I was not paying attention to anything that just happened. Yoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand? The tattoo? Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said there were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wear those gloves to hide the scars, which means those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? What?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. It's a trap?
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? No, actually. He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here?
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that? And why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to the case?
It's certainly possible.
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
So in other words,
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible, but if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is it? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
let's go.
Well, are you coming? I have a feeling that Kyoko might have been doing the murder and stuff and things. Why are you still here? Hurry up and check the locker. That's what we're here for, after all. That's what you sound like. That's what you sound like! Okay. There are wooden lockers here. They use woodblock keys just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to the one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very
The one that
strange.
says 6. That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found on that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. Okay. I'm gonna put this in the locker. I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock. And click! The locker eagerly accepted the key and it opens. Okay. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Titanium arrows has been added to the truth bullets. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Why is it covered in jam?
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow? But how could it possibly be involved? Dude, what the hell happened? I want to know, but I have to go. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Oh god. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Wait, you mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? We're in this school. Would you go to do research on something? Where do you go? The library. That's right. The archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access
Let's
to.
go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. Oh, Lana. You're a dick. I don't want to. God damn it. I've spent more time with you in this game than anyone else. And you're such an asshole. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to a shelf at the back. Here we go. He quickly returned with the file in hand. Cool, well let's find out more about Fenrir next time because I've spent too much time with Byakuya and I don't want to be in his presence anymore. I know, shocking. He's such a delight. So anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it and I'll see you next time. Bye.